Hey, Jonathan here, and are you experiencing weak wrists? Meaning when you go to do your workout, either you're doing regular push-ups, you're doing advanced calisthenics, maybe you're training parkour, or you're working on your handstand, kind of like what we talked about in the previous week's video, and your wrists get fatigued really quickly, or you experience pain in your wrist. If so, most people when they experience this, they do these things. They either just try to take off, they try to implement your basic stretches, or they keep doing what they're doing, expecting their body to adapt. Well, what you need to be doing is you need to actively be building strength, and with flexibility, we need to do more than just typical stretches. You need to be doing active flexibility movements that are also going to build strength while you build range of motion. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some simple exercises that are going to build strength with the wrist and also build some strong flexibility. Now, these exercises I'm going to share with you are going to be purely just with your body weight. There are some good ones you can use with weights, but today we're just going to keep it really simple, something you can do without any equipment or anything. We might touch on that in other videos. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with a warm-up, and then we're going to go into some active flexibility, and then we're going to do some strengthening exercises for the wrist. So first, with the warm-up, all we're going to do is start off by just opening and closing the hands. And for each one of these warm-up exercises, all we're going to do is just do them for 30 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds each. So we're going to start with that. Then we're going to take the hands, we're going to clasp them together, and we're going to go back and forth. So flexing and extending the wrist here. The next warm-up exercise is we're going to do small circles. So we're going to stay like this, and we'll do small circles. So this is basically a figure 8 with the wrist, back and forth, using the forearm and the wrist to perform this motion, and then go the other direction. Okay, so once we've done that, that's just a nice light warm-up to get things going. And then we're going to go into some active flexibility. Now, the big difference with this is we're not going to be using our hands or using pressure to push against and force the flexibility. What we're going to be doing is actively using our muscles with our forearms to flex and hit a full range of motion with our flexibility with our wrist here. That's the big difference. So the first thing we're going to do for this active flexibility, and this is one we took from Kung Fu. This is taken from a Kung Fu move from our master Sifu Kisu, except we're not involved in the stance or anything. But what we're going to do is we're going to flex and extend the wrist. So one arm is going to be extended with the hands facing down. The other one is going to be facing up. And whichever one is facing up, we're going to start up, and the other one's going to start down like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to brush back and forth. And as we switch directions, we're going to switch the direction of the wrist. So it's going to switch like this. And we're going to brush up and down, really trying to keep that hand straight and going back and forth. Now we're going to do that for 10 to 20 repetitions. Then we're going to go into the second stretch. And so what we're going to do for the second one is we're going to take our hands, we're going to place them by our sides, and we're going to do small circles. So what we're going to do is just take the hand, we're going to flex up, and then we're going to rotate, trying to hit the full range of motion in each direction and just form light circles. We're going to go one direction, and then we're going to switch directions. So do 10 to 20 and then switch directions. Trying to focus as much as you can, just moving the wrist, but that can be difficult. And just go nice and slow. Don't have to stress too hard on this. Okay, the next exercise, we're going to, again, we're going to extend the hands, but now we're going to rotate back and forth. So we're going to rotate using the shoulder and the joints of the forearm to rotate back and forth. So we're using the whole arm on this one. And this is used for a lot of different moves. Okay, and then we're going to switch. So we're going to switch from extending to then flexing the wrist and try to keep your hand straight, and we're going to rotate here. And you're really going to feel this one. Switching back and forth. So again, we'll do this for 10, 20 repetitions each. Okay, and after that, so those are the active flexibility ones. Now we're going to go into some stability, really building up the strength a little more with the wrist and the forearms. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the ground. Now you can also do it against the wall, but I like to do it on the ground. So just, it's best if you can find like a towel or a yoga mat or something like that. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the hands flat on the ground like so. Now with all these, you want to keep your arms straight, keep your arms in your sockets here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to perform 3 ranges of motion here. So putting a light pressure as much as you need, and we're going to rock back and forth. So really activating the stability with the wrist, building a little bit extra strength along the whole arm here. And then we're going to go side to side. So we just rocked back and forth, and I can face you. We're going to go side to side. Just really filling out the wrist, really activating everything right here. And then after that, we're going to do small circles. Just rotating back and forth. Once we do one side, then we switch to the other side or the other rotation. And again, doing 10 to 20 reps of that. Now, once we've done that, all we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same thing, except for we're going to switch the position of the hands. So next, we'll go to the fists. So we're up on the fist, we're going to go back and forth. And if you want, you can go a little bit lower with the fist one because we get a good range of motion here. And then we go side to side. And then we're going to do circles. Circles in one direction, and then switch directions to do the other side. Again, 10 to 20 reps, and then we're going to switch to the back of the hands. So place the back of the hands down on the ground. I like to just place them side like this, and then you're going to go back and forth. Now this one can be a lot harder, so again, start easy with this one. And then we go side to side, and then we do small circles. Small circles in one direction, small circles in the other direction. All right, so start to use those exercises and movements for building that strength in your wrist and getting that extra strong flexibility. It's going to help a lot with your workouts, with learning the handstand, and really protecting those wrists. Now, in last week's video, we had a comment competition where we pinned a comment down below and we asked you to reply to it, and now we're going to choose 3 winners from those comments to win our Bodyweight Bundle Extreme courses. So this is a bundle of some really cool stuff like how to V-sit, how to handstand, how to get front lever, back lever, human flag, a lot of cool courses in there. And you get that absolutely free because we were doing that promotion last week. Now, I'm going to be announcing the winners in just a second, but this week we're going to be doing the same thing because everyone really enjoyed that. So this week, if you reply to the pinned comment down below, you can win our crash course into parkour program absolutely free. This is what we're releasing this week. So for the winners of last week's video, we have Shane Casey, Cam Climbs, and Wesley Hodges. So congrats, some really great comments from you 3 and then everyone else that commented. It was really cool seeing that. So again, we're going to do this week because we're having a promotion for our crash course in the parkour program. This is a 60-day training program. It's online, so basically you get all the tutorials for the beginner moves, a training schedule, workouts, things like that. Some really cool stuff. So you can comment down below. We'll put a question down below, and then we're going to choose 3 people to announce as winners in our next video. Now, if you want to learn more about the crash course, you can check it out. There's a link in the description. It goes over the course and also gives some great tips if you're just getting started. Because what we noticed is there's 3 main mistakes that most beginners make when they're just getting started. And so we talk about that in that article, so you can check it out down below. Now, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, subscribe, like if you enjoyed this video, and my brother and I will see you in the next video.